The wheel of justice has begun to move regarding the death of Timothy Adegoke, a postgraduate student of the Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife, which occurred on November the 6th, 2021. The police have now filed charges against the founder of the Oduduwa University, who is also the owner of Hilton Royal Hotel, Ramon Adedoyin, and 6 others at an Abuja High Court. This over circumstances surrounding the death of Mr. Adegoke. And according to a statement by the police, the accused, or one of the accused, Adedoyin, is being charged with unlawful interference with a dead body, while 6 other suspects are charged with murder, conspiracy, altering receipt, and other alleged offences. BKO, some headlines even went as far as saying that finally the police has now, presented or shown the public on the next stage of its investigations. And with this development now, it appears that investigations have been concluded and the battle has transferred to the courts.
Yes, at least since the police have come out to file charges, it shows that they've concluded their investigations. They have evidence strong enough to charge these people to court and to proceed with the trial. So hopefully this will douse some of the tension that the death of this young man has created, and hopefully too lessons will be learned that sometimes when we commit evil, it is not in all cases that you'll be able to cover your tracks. It's so shameful what happened in Ile-Ife, in that hotel, and people are scared these days about even going into some hotels, because how do you, if someone can die of cardiac arrest, for example, in an hotel, someone can slump and die. People slump and die in their homes. All you need to do is call the police. All you need to do is call the police, and the police will take the corpse away. But to then take it upon yourself to go and bury the person and all that, and by tampering with, because the police have also accused not just Adedoyin of illegally disposing of Adegoke's body, but of removal of hotel CCTV cameras. Indeed. With the intention of destroying evidence.
Indeed.
So if Adedoyin gave instruction that the CCTV cameras should be destroyed and all that, it shows that they have something to hide. And then the receipts, they also altered the receipts just to destroy any evidence that that fellow lodged in the hotel. But it's just like the ostrich. The ostrich buries his body in the sand, but his long neck always gives it away. That is the thing. The Yorubas will say, "Okuti, ekutesi, ese wanta." So this is I just hope that now that the IG said this matter should be transferred to Abuja, I just hope that justice will be done. We've seen this kind of high-profile cases in our country amount to nothing in the end. This is not what people want to see. That guy was a prominent person. I am not saying that he was murdered in the hotel. I do not have the evidence, although I think the police have listed murder as one of the charges. So the police are probably convinced that the guy was murdered, contrary to what we've been told. But I still insist that even if someone suddenly dropped dead in your hotel, all you need to do, we've seen that now happen, you call the police. We've seen people take women into a hotel room and then only the man will come out of the hotel room alive. Tabloids will now be carrying story, oh, so person died after sex romp. It is not sex romp alone that kills a man.
That's true.
Maybe he had not even ministered to her at the time it happened. Tabloids will shout, after sex romp. I mean, it's just a silly line casting. The person may have died of cardiac arrest. A lot of us do not even check our health status. I remember the case of a bus conductor who was asking a man for money, and the man didn't have the correct amount of money to give him. He now said, and I was talking to another money more, he change the man, he just slapped the bus conductor. The guy dropped dead.
Was it?
He dropped dead instantly. That guy was in Kirikiri for 4 years. I was following the matter, and they told me he had been without trial in Kirikiri for 4 years. And he was rushing to go. The wife was in labor, he was rushing home. Yet he couldn't keep his anger in check. He slapped the boy dropped dead.
Despite the provocation.
That boy that dropped dead must have had maybe a condition that predisposed him to such an end. You know, so we just have to be careful. Why destroy receipt? Why destroy cameras?
All right, Emeka, what are your expectations? Well, some have raised eyebrows, if I might add, that, why citing a case that occurred in Osun State, why go to Abuja for this? But some have also said, on the other hand, that perhaps because of the fact that the matter is already risking more sensationalization, so it's better you go to a neutral ground as Abuja.
People demanded that the IG, in fact, the House of Reps ordered the IG to take over.
Because I was even curious that it should have been a matter for the AG, to step in, but, with the FCID in Abuja on this matter, what do you expect? What answers are you seeking?
Yeah, first of all, I just hope that the issue of jurisdiction will not delay the case. Because, lawyers have a way of, getting cases delayed. Issue of jurisdiction can be argued for the next few months. And then and then gradually Nigerians will lose interest in the case. And you will just from time to time hear some things, and gradually you not hear anything.
They will just silently release them.
So I hope that will not be a major problem. Then the second thing is this. Yes, some years ago when the police told hoteliers to, directed them to install CCTV cameras on their premises, some people kicked against it, but it has now turned out to be a very good move. Of course, as journalists, sometimes when I say look for trouble, we deliberately look for trouble. There are times I travel, I just choose to stay there was a time I traveled, some of these, and I just chose to stay in, a hotel that was not that, just to see
what facilities.
Not just facilities, people. Oh my! I saw things that, in fact, I shook my head. I said, well, this, there is a different world out there, beyond what we see every day, just moving on the road, from home to work and all of that. There are things happening in different places. It was such an interesting that if I said to do a story on it, it will be, in fact, people will not even believe some of the things I saw. So now, it is good for security agents, undercover security agents, to also monitor what happens in these hotels. Because who are those setting up hotels? You must do background checks on them, and then again, from time to time, carry out discreet investigations on things that happen, because things happen in these hotels.
All right.
Also, like I was saying, if you look at it, it was filed at an Abuja High Court. I'm sure lawyers will contest jurisdiction. I can tell you that they will contest the jurisdiction. That is one. And then the other thing is this, there was a recent case to something like this about somebody in Anambra State, somewhere in Anambra State.
Indeed.
Went for a function.
Indeed.
Lodged in a hotel.
Yes, that also occurred last week.
You know, yes, so
recently.
These things should not just be swept under the carpet. The police should not just be seen, you know, parading around brothels, because you see policemen around there. They should parade around these hotels. They should go discreetly so that people can, you know, be confident enough to stay in hotels.
Bike, any quick final words on this for you? Well, for me, the fact that, you know, justice is usually said to be a three-way traffic, and the lawyer for Alhaji Adedoyin has even gone as far as saying that, okay, it's instructive for them that his client wasn't charged with murder, which gives them a chance for them to prove their innocence in this case. Of course, well, that's to be expected. And
yes,
it also
talking
seems
about the old man.
Talking about the first accused, but then his son is said to still be at large, and two others, and yes, like you said, others are charged with murder.
Yeah, so I really don't see the sense in what the lawyer is saying. There is even what we call vicarious liability. If, for example, they get hold, I'm just talking hypothetically now, if they get hold of the son and he gets charged with murder, is it not bad enough for the father? You know? So the father may not have been the same when this whole thing happened. So the police have to be careful about what they charge him with. But at the same time, it's his hotel. This thing happened in his hotel. His staff have been charged with murder. That's bad enough. That's bad enough. That's extremely damaging. That's extremely damaging. We've seen people face this kind of problem and never recover until they die. So I don't see the point that he's trying to make. That it happened in the hotel is bad enough. It's shameful enough.
I think.
I just hope that justice will be served.
Yes.
You know, just like the kind of justice that was served in the Otokoto matter.
Yes.
It was a national outrage that Otokoto triggered at that time, because here was a little boy trying to make ends meet, selling, was it granite or what was he selling? You know, and then you killed him for rituals. So it's just, I hope that justice will be served in this matter.
Right.
If justice is served, everyone will be happy. But we don't want a situation in which they bring these people to court the first day, and after that, no more. People will not hear anything about it. That is how it is in our country. Rich people find a way to escape the long arms of the law in our country. It's just a fact. They not only get lawyers, they compromise the police and ensure that even prosecution is compromised at the end of the day. And once prosecution is compromised, or even investigation compromised, there's no way that justice can be served in the real sense of the word.
All right.